Shane Snow, The Storytelling Edge, How to Transform Your Business, Stop Screaming into the Void, and Make People Love You. Immerse yourself in the fascinating realm of The Storytelling Edge, a book by Shane Snow that delves deep into the art and neuroscience of storytelling. Explore the power of engaging narratives. Examine the process of crafting relatable stories that include both novelty and tension, and learn from famous storytellers who value fluency over complexity. You'll also unravel the impact of stories in fostering empathy, the importance of publishing methods, and the significance of going in-depth when everyone else prioritizes superficiality.
The power of storytelling. The human brain is wired to respond to stories more than simple statements, according to a message in a story about a French poet and a blind beggar. Neuroscientists have found that neurons that fire together, wire together, which means that when multiple parts of the brain are working together, we're more likely to remember it. Storytelling engages various parts of the brain and adds emotions, images, sensations, and cognitive planning. It's why stories are more memorable than logical statements or abstract numbers. This lesson emphasizes the power of storytelling in engaging and transmitting information effectively. The importance of relatability, novelty, and tension in storytelling. The key to great storytelling lies in creating relatable characters and introducing novelty and tension. While we tend to enjoy stories about people like us, we need something new and exciting to keep us hooked. Our brains are wired to respond to novelty, and tension arises when there's a gap between what is and what could be. Without these elements, a story can be boring and unrelatable, just like the story of Jack and Jill, childhood friends who marry and live happily ever after with no obstacles to overcome. Instead, stories like Star Wars and Romeo and Juliet capture our attention by presenting relatable characters in exciting and tension-filled situations, sparking our imaginations and keeping us engaged. The power of fluency. The reading level of great storytellers is no more complex than that of a fourth grader, and that's because they value fluency over complexity. Fluent storytelling allows for a smoother and more efficient delivery of information, captivating audiences' attention and making it easier for them to absorb the message. This principle also applies to other forms of storytelling, such as cinema, where fast-cutting production values revolutionize the sci-fi genre. Ultimately, the goal of storytelling is to move efficiently from one part of the story to the next, making it effortless for the audience to relate to the characters and the theme. The power of storytelling lies in its fluency, not complexity. The power of storytelling. Watching stories generates empathy in our brains and makes us care about those involved. This principle holds true in every aspect of life, including politics and business. In prehistoric times, oxytocin helped humans identify members of their tribe, and today it allows us to connect with people we see in movies or commercials. Successful businesses have managed to capture our empathy by introducing relatable people who are part of our tribe. Lessons from Renaissance gossip rags. In Renaissance Italy, the world's first mass media business was born in the form of handwritten gossip rags called avvisi. These writers quickly learned that how you publish is just as important as what you publish. To survive in the fast-paced market, they optimized their product by writing by hand and posting the same evening. The lesson here is to follow a pattern, create content, connect with your audience, and optimize by gathering data. Upworthy, a content-sharing site, exemplified this by repackaging inspirational content and posting it on Facebook to see what garnered more engagement. This strategy allowed them to grow 5 times faster than any other media company in history. Going deeper, the rise of subscription journalism. In the late 19th century, newspapers relied on sensational headlines to sell papers, but Joseph Pulitzer's desire to run the paper read by New Yorkers led to the hiring of Nellie Bly and the birth of subscription journalism. Unlike her colleagues, Bly delved deep into serious topics, including her shocking 10-day stay in an asylum, which led to nationwide reforms in mental health care. Bly's example serves as a valuable lesson to today's content creators. when the market is inundated with superficial content, quality always reigns supreme.
As you journey through The Storytelling Edge, you will have gained an insightful understanding of how our brains are wired to find well-crafted, engaging stories more memorable than simple statements. From the art of making stories relatable to the significance of balancing fluency and complexity, the book provides a comprehensive exploration of the key ingredients for successful storytelling. In addition, the book also sheds light on the psychological implications of stories, their role in fostering empathy and human connection, and the significance of effective publishing strategies. Overall, this book is a treasure trove of practical knowledge on the craft of storytelling for anyone interested in making people love their stories.